I'm also fine. All right, this afternoon we want to look at how we approach questions in RME. Now, if you want to be a good driver, you must have a manual to the vehicle you want to drive. In RME, there are two ways of answering questions. Usually, all the questions that are put before you, number of verbs are used before the questions. So we need to know RME verbs, how we can group it, and then know exactly how we respond to the verbs. So we can do them, or we can put it into A and then B. What are the A groups of verbs? They are verbs such as state, mention, list, identify, narrate, define, and the last one, what is. What is. Yes. You must know the languages for every subject. Now, when we go to the B group, what are the verbs that are usually used? We have explained. We have described. We have outlined. For the first time in BC 2022, we've gotten highlights. It used to be the language for social studies. Now we have it in RME. We have give, show. We have in which ways. Then the last one, what is. Good. Now that we know the verbs, how do we respond to these two groups of verbs? Yes. See this. State, two uses of things that God created. The same as list, two things, two uses of things that God created. The same as mention two things, the uses of two things that God created. So all these behave the same. Now, under the A, you are expected to make or come out with one meaningful statement. One meaningful statement per point. Yes, you should write it. One meaningful statement per point. It means if you are doing 3, you do 3 meaningful statements. If the question says 4, you do 4 meaningful statements. Now, what about the B groups of verbs? How do we respond to them? 3 things are usually required, but we mark on any 2. The first one, you make a meaningful statement. So 1, you make a meaningful statement. 2, you clarify the statement. 3, you cite good example. on the statement you have given. These are the three things that we look out for when we are marking questions under the B. Now, in RME, about 95% of our questions are A and B. So we see 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B, 4A, 4B. Maybe you have only one question out of the 8 having maybe